Hello everyone, in our today's video we're gonna create our sign in page and also in our create account page. Like in here, as you see, if we click the continue without putting anything, the error will show up and it will validate each and every single component. And also in sign in, the same procedure will go through. So let's go and begin to create that. And to create that, we are already have a sign in page. As you see, when you click here, it will take you to the sign in. So first of all, let's make that sign in page looks similar to that. And here you can see we have a logo. So it's a Amazon dark logo, I believe so. So in our assets, there will be, see, here is the Amazon dark logo. So we need to add that one in our file. So let's go to sign in and import dark logo, and it will be from assets and index. Now after having that in the top level of div, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give a class name of with a full. And now instead of that one, let's go and I will take another div, and inside that div I will take the from. So that from will contain our everything. I will not give any action right here. So let's create our from, and inside that from I'll give that image, and that image source will be our dark logo. As we save here, I think the image will be much more bigger. You see that image, and also see the image background is not matching with the background, which is white. So we need to change the background color from here on. So in the top level of div, I'm gonna give a class name, and also actually instead, okay, just keep it that way. I'll give a width of full and bg gray of 100, and if we save that one, okay, I think that match, because if we make that hide as a screen, now you can see it's already showing up, so it's taking the full weight. So just I'll remove that one, no need for that, and you see the logo is much bigger. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come in our image, I'm gonna put some class name for it. Just I will put as a width of 32, that looks better. And by default it should be all in the center, see, in the center axis. So what I'm gonna do, in our from, I'm gonna create that things. In the from, I'll give a class name, and I will maximize the width, which will be 350 pixel. It depends, if you want more you can give it, and I want that one to be in the middle. Okay, like if I am not making it MX Auto, if you see it's in the corner, but whenever I will make that MX Auto, it will be in the center for sure. And if you just want a background of red, you can see the overall div. So yeah, that's the div, the image is taking the portion from there. So also what I'm gonna do, for right now, keep in that way, and after the link I will take another div, and inside that div, first I'm gonna give the title, which will contain that sign in. Remember the title we have here, that one we create, then this portion, and that div we're gonna recirculate. Okay, so first of all we have the sign in, and before that, in that div I'm gonna give a class name which will be with a full, and I'll give a border, and the border will be zinc 200, and give a padding of 6 from all axes. Now see, we are having that our things. Now it's not looks in the center. To make the center in the from, we can just give it a flex, and also it will be flex and column axis, and then items will be in center. Once you do that, you see everything in center axis. And also we want that image should be a little bit a lower level. So in here, what I'm gonna do, I'll give a padding of 10. Now see, it looks much better. So now also for our that h2, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna also give some class name of it. Let's put some class name. Let's give a font of title font to looks bit different, and text is 3 axle, little bit bigger, font medium, and from there on I want to give an MB of 4 because whatever things is coming up it should be a little bit lower. If we keep it here, you see our sign in is ready. It's similar that one. So now after h1 tag, what I need to do, we're gonna take another div, and that div will contain our all of the things like these two, that email, that password, and also the button. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take inside that div, I'm gonna create another div which will get all the complexity. Inside that div, let's give a p tag which will be email or mobile phone number, and after that I'm gonna give us our input which will be text, or no, it will not be text, it will be email, and there will be that much only, I think. Yeah, so as we see, our input there, our also the title is there, and for that title there is some little bunch of class name. I'm just giving that one, that will be the class name. The text will be smaller text, and also that will be font will be medium, so we can see it little bit good away. So if you save it, you see that one is looks better. So now let's come to our input. Now in this input, you see it looks, there is a, whenever you active or something, there is a shadowy effect is going on. So we will create all over the things. Let's give it a class name, and the class name, first of all, we want to take it the full width, whatever width is available, and also the text will be lowercase. Actually, if we yeah, text will be lowercase, because in the email we don't want to keep any like if you want to put a caps lock and put something, it will be always in lowercase. So the text will be lowercase, and after that I'm gonna give a padding y in y-axis in 1, and also give a border, and the border will be zinc 400, zinc 400, and also for that one, I think also I'll give a padding in x-axis, which will be, I think it's better to give it 2. X-axis it will be 2, and then I want to give the text as the base text is available, and also should be rounded, little bit rounded, and SM, and outline, like whenever you click there will be an outline. If you come over here, you click, you see that outline. We don't want to put that outline. Once I save that, I think the outline will be gone. It will take the full width. See, outline gone. And after that, what I want a focus. Whenever it's gonna be focus within, like focus within, what it gonna do, it gonna give a border of, I will put an color which I pick up before, 77600 is a yellowish color for that, and also focus focus within, I will give a shadow which will be I think the Amazon input shadow. Remember, is here we keep it, that one, Amazon input shadow, that the shadow you want to keep it right now. So that shadow will effective there, and also if we just give a duration, it will be good. So give it a 100. Let's see. Once you go there, if you see, it's giving us the thing. Okay, the duration you may give, you may not give, it's your choice. I just give for a once. So now this looks not the similar way it's supposed to be, so we need to work on the top level of the div. What I'm gonna do, in the div which is in the top, I'm gonna give a class name, and in that class name I'll give a flex call, and also I'll give a gap of 2. You can make the margin bottom top, you can fix that in a way, but I love to do it in flex because whenever I'm gonna make it responsive, it's so easy to do it. And after that, after having that one, you see that is our div. If we just copy and paste that one, okay, and also I save it, I think we will get another one. See, it's good. So it's the similar way that one. If we come on that div and give a class name like the same way we give it before, we'll just make a flex, flex, and it will be flex in column, and also we're gonna give a gap of 3. If we give that, see, it looks better. Now the second column which we have the password. So now we need to put here as a password, and also in the input I think it will be password. So now if we go over here, see, looks better. So our password and everything is fine, that's working. Now after that, what we have that button. We need to create that button also. So what we're gonna do, after putting that one, we should go out of that div. It will be out of that div. Yeah, it's here in one div drawer. So we'll give a button, and that button will contain just continue. And here you will see the button is pop up with the same direction a gapping was there. Now what I'm gonna do for the button, as you see there is a like a clickable thing is happening. So I'm gonna just go and grab those class name as the same way. It should be same as the input but in a different way. So let's go and pop up that one in the button. That's the same with the full and little bit padding, you know, y-axis, text, sm. Just go through that, you will find it's reasonable. And so you come here, see, whenever you're clicking, it's coming. And also there is like its refresh is going on. So first of all, for right now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just make a click handler. Like I will take an event. What it gonna make it like e dot prevent default. So whenever we are clicking, it not refreshing anymore. That's need to be, because see, there is a question mark is coming. That could be make an issue whenever you are like developing. So now it will not come, so no refreshing. Now after that, what we need to do, we need to create that portion, the little bit of portion. And I think for the sign in and the other thing is almost the same. So let's create that portion. And to create that one, what I'm gonna do, after the button and after the div, I'm gonna go lower level of the div. I think, see, the gapping is almost the same way it's coming. So first of all, let's go in. There is our button, and after the button, I think we will just close the button div, and then we'll give a p tag which will contain by continuing you agree to emergence. And now I'm gonna give a span where it will say conditions of use. So the span is finished. So after that span, I'm gonna give like write something in that, and also then I'm gonna give another span, and that will be privacy notice. Because lots of span going on, because you see we need to create that colorful item. So whenever we want to add that color, we are giving that span to use it. So this text we need to modify right now. So what I'm gonna do for that one, let's give a class name which will be text extra small, and then the text will be color black by default. And also I want to give a leading 4 to give a room little bit, and the margin top will be 4. Now if I save, you see that looks better. Now remember, we have some span where we create. So let's go to those two span. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give a class name. It will be text blue of 600. If we save that one, you will see that looks better. Condition of use. Now here you can give a gap like that, or you can do the simple thing and just put a gap, and that gap will work just fine. So by continuing, you are agreed to Amazon's condition of use and privacy notice. So now we need to create that button which will contain need help. So what I'm gonna do, after that p tag, I will add another p tag, and that p tag will contain one I think, yeah, that will contain one icon which I'm gonna use from the MUI icons, material icons. So now after that, I'm gonna input that icon and the text. So I will take another p tag. Let's take another p tag, and indirectly I'm gonna give that icon, and after the icon I'm gonna add a span tag, and in this span tag what I'm gonna do, need help. So now here you can see that one is came. We just need to make that one same that. So what, let's do that. So for that p tag, let's go and give a bunch of class name, which will be again text extra small, and the text will be gray 600, and also it will be margin from top. You can put it with the flex and flex call. I'm just showing all of the way you can possibly render, so it will be easy for you to follow through. So now I think, yeah, that looks better. And also remember, but it will be first like a blue, so we need to give color of blue here. Now class name, it will be text blue of 600, and you see it's getting the 600, but whenever we are hovering in any one of it, see the color is changing, and it's also giving some I think underlining issue. So what I'm gonna do, I'll put it as a group, and by whenever you're putting a group, you're bunching that together, this icon and that one. So whenever you're doing any changes, any of it, it will both be reflect. So I'm making group of with that too. So what I'm gonna do, whenever we are going in the group to hover it, and it will be group hover, the text will be orange, and I'm gonna give a text specific of 700. And again, whenever we will hover in the group, what would gonna be, it will be underline, and the underline offset will be 1. So let's see, and see that's changing. That's good. So now that is done, and now our form, I think it's looks cool. Okay, so after that we are having that form here. What else we require? Now we require that one, new to Amazon. So that will be after the, I think after form, yeah, after the form. So need help, yeah, after form we need to make that. So let's go to our code again. So now once we finish the form, I think if we go back here, that is our form. Okay, that is our form. So it will be all together inside the form. Okay, I'm getting into it. So what I'm gonna do, okay, I think I got it. Like after we have the div, okay, that is span tag we created, need help, and after that I'm gonna take a div, and inside that div we're gonna create something else. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give a p tag. It will tell us let me see what's going to say. It will be like new to Amazon. See, there is a like a shadowy hover is going on, and there is a, so we need to create that one. So first of all, where we are, okay, first of all we need to get the div which we give a border, right? We give a overall border. So if we go to the top level where we give the border, that's the div we give the border. So we need to go out of that div. I believe that is the div. So let's go close that, and let's see which div we are creating that. So okay, that is the div. So we need to go out of that div, and inside that div let's create I will create one p tag. I think we need a 2 div. First of all, we need this 2 line, which I'll put in this span, and in the middle I'm gonna keep text in the p tag. So inside that div, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a span, and after that span I'm gonna create another span which will say as new to Amazon, give a question mark, and after that I'm gonna create another span. If you see, I believe it will be out, yeah, it is outer of that border line. Now we will just make something for it. Actually, if you are not willing to give it into a div, you can also take it into a p tag, you know, because inside the p tag you can actually work with the div. So let's create in the p tag, let's see if we can do it or not. So we give away the full, and that all the text will be extra small, and the text will be by gray 600, and also from the empty it will be a 4, and it will be flex, and items will be center. If we do that, see, it's giving that one. So we need to create now this 2 line, and it need to be in the middle. So what I'm gonna do in that span, in overall span, I'm gonna divide the width. So give a class name width of 1/3 portion of width it will take. And if we do that one, let's see, yeah, see, now we need to create a line over there for this one and for this one. Let's go and create that. So in here it will be give a height of 1 pixel height, and I think because we are already declaring the width, and also bj give a background of a zinc of 400, and after that make it inline flex because it's a span. If you're not making it inline flex or like a block, it will not work. Now it's much better. So here the text is like coming on to little bit there. So what I'm gonna do, just simple text center. If we do that, now we see it looks better. So after that we need to create that our button, which is will be create Amazon. So after that div, let's take a button, and that button will be create your Amazon account, and that button will redirect to us to the sign up page. And for that button, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just give some class name for that button. So let's go. You can go through that class name. It will be very simple. So you see that button is available. Now also it's refreshing. What I'm gonna do for time being, what we did before, we're gonna just copy that one. By default, we're gonna just keep all the buttons shut for right now. So okay, now it looks better. Okay, so after that what we have little bit down par with including the hover, right? So now it gonna become below the hover, below the from, and after the div of the from, which is entitled to. So we're gonna take another div, and that div will contain all over those things. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna just go and grab some class name for the div, and it will be width full, and I'm gonna give it a background like a bj gradient, and that gradient from the top, it will be from white. I think, yeah, I made a mistake, from white, and it will be via white, and then it will go to zinc 200. Okay, I just give a height of 20 just to see if it's available or not. As you see, it is available. Okay, so okay, now remove the height because we're gonna put the content on it. Inside that div, I'm gonna take another div, and in that div I'm gonna give a p tag which will be contain I think conditions of use. Yes, so now this is the thing, but those things will be like in the middle. So I'm gonna put the color specification later on. First of all, let's go and give some class name for that p tag. It will be similar to that one. As you see, if you click hover, that effect is coming in the top of div. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just give a class name. It will be flex item center, and I'll be give a gap of 6. After doing that, you see it's supposed to be in the middle. I think I make some mistake. Div, that one. Now we made it flex. Flex item center, gap 6. What about we make justify center just to see? Yeah, justify center is also working. It's because in the top of div, like you no need to have the justify center here, because as we can give in the parent div all the justification, like if we make it flex and also the flex call in the column axis. And also what I'm gonna make, I'm gonna give a gap of 4, because remember we have something down here also, so better to give that one. And so gap of 4, and then what I will do, I will make justify center, and item should be center, not this stars center. If we save it, you see it's still in the middle. So now we have, if we just copy and paste those things, it will just work just fine. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go and grab all of the items is available and required for that thing. So just grab and paste here. So now we have that item, and if you just go over, now it's a little bit in the like it's mixed together. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give a padding in the top level, as in y-axis the padding will be 10. If we give that, now see it's in the lower level. So after that, we also need to add that text. So what I'm gonna do, after that div, I'm gonna take another p tag, and inside that p tag I'm gonna just go and grab those texts, and for that text overall, I'm gonna also go and I will make that text as extra small, and it will be text gray of 600. So now it's looks quite fine. So see, it's the similar way. So now whenever we are clicking, it will take us to our a registration page. Okay, to do that, let's go and create one registration page. So in here, in the pages, we're gonna take another file which is called registration.js, RAFCE, and now we're gonna create a link with that. Now remember one thing, actually, we in beforehand, whenever we are creating the, I think I create the registration. Yeah. Oh, my bad. I already created. Yeah, registration. I think we don't need that one, because before in our video we created the registration page also. So we have that registration page, and also now what we need to do in that button, we just need to add that one to, it will be given that way. So let's create that link and paste it over, and what it gonna do, it gonna link us to registration, and also we need to import the link, import link from React Router DOM. After saving it, if we go there, once we click, it's supposed to take us to the, okay, just give it a while, it's broken. I think the width is giving a problem. To just fix it, what I'm gonna do, if we come over here where you keep the link, just I will make a class name, we'll give a width of full. Let's see if it's gonna be fixed or not. Yeah, it's fixed. Yes. So after we click, it should take us to the sign up. Let's see what we made mistake. If we give, that's the registration page we are molding. So let's go to sign in page and link to registrations. So it should be registration. If we click, first of all, let's see if the registration is registration. Okay, registration page is working, but our link is not going. If we click, no, it's not giving us yet. So that's our button, and that is where we need to go through. So why is not working? Oh, there is the thing. Remember, we made it as a prevent default, so by default is preventing any click. So whenever, because it's outer link there, if you keep that one here, it will work, but if it's outer link, so it will not work until we remove that one. So as we remove that one as a prevent default, and now if you go, whenever we click, it will take us to our registration page. Okay, so just a simple mistake which can be solved the way it should be. So now in the registration page, we need to create the similar issues, similar items, by like all of it. Let's see, or either you can just copy something from here and do it there, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create in a molding like the way I supposed to do it before, but I'm gonna take those things which will be required later on. Let's paste it here. Now at the same way, inside that div, I will take a div and I will take a from without action. So I'll just go a little bit first. Let's give a class name with a full, and also inside that one, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just go grab some class name for that, and also in the from, I'm gonna go and give us our image like the way we give it in the sign in. It's the pretty similar to the sign in page, only the some field will be added in a newly, so that's fine. And also in the from, we're gonna give those class name. Either you can copy or you can just go through to make a practice. Now see, that's working. And now after that, the similar way, we need to take a div and then h2, which will take us that create account. If you just copy from here, you just need to change the text and add new field. Okay, that's it. So create account. And also what we're gonna do in the tuple level, we already give the weight, so after that one we'll give some class name for that. And also that h2 tag, the similar class name of that sign in tag we give it before. And you see the create account is already done. Now after that create account, what we need to do, if we go back to our previous example, if we go to sign up, you see your name, email, phone number, password, re-enter password, those things should be come up. So first of all, let's go and then let's create another div over here. Okay, after that h2 tag, after that h2 tag, we're gonna take a div. Inside that div we will work on. So h2 tag, I will take another div on it, and in the p tag I will take uname. And after that one, there will be an input which will be text. And so let's go and make some class name for, I think it's we made a mistake, it will be div. So in the tuple level of the div, I'm gonna just go and grab some predefined class name, which will be flex and colon. There will be a little bit gap will be there. And also in that div, it's gonna be same flex we're gonna implement the way we implemented in the sign in portion. And also that text will be the similar of that sign in. And for that input is the same setup of input. So if you just can go and grab that class name, that will be just fine. So in that input, let's go and just put that one. So here, if you save it in the sign up page, you are having those things. So now in the same way, you just copy that form and this form and just paste it and change the setup. It will be work just fine. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab my all over the necessary items which is required for that p tag and others. So after that div, I'm gonna take another div and I'm gonna paste, which will after that div, which I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy that, let's paste it. And the second one, it will be I think email or phone number. I think it's a smaller letter, phone number, so it will be an email. So if we save that one, email or phone number is there. I think that's the same, email or phone number, email or mobile phone number. Okay, and instead of doing that, you just can copy and paste the required field over here. Now we need to give one for password and re-entering the password. So what I'm gonna do and I believe I also need to do something, and that one is that predefined class name which will be there. Okay, so I'm gonna copy all of those again, and in the down of it I'm gonna paste it. And in a sense, what it's gonna take a password, and the type will be password. And also after that, I'm gonna copy those things and paste it here, and that one will take the re-enter password. So re-enter password, and also it will be password. So if you come over here, we have name, email, password, re-enter password, and now we need to have that button. And that button will be immediate after that div, we're gonna give a button, and that button will be what it gonna say us, continue the same way. Or what we're gonna do, we will just go in the sign in page. In the sign in page we have a button, remember, and this continue. we'll just grab that button. Okay, so instead of that button, let's grab it and go here. See, the button is available. I think the same button, yeah. But before that button, there is a thing is that password must be at least 6 characters. We need to keep that line also. So what I'm gonna do before giving that button, like immediate of before finish that div, I think, yeah, it's that div, and here I'm gonna give a p tag which will say that word, that passwords must be at least 6 characters. And also for that, I'm gonna give a bunch of class name. That will be class name text in extra small, and text will be gray 600. If we save, yeah, we got that one. So now we have that, and after that we need to create the other portion. And to create it, I think, let's see again, yeah, so let's go and create that one. So what I'm gonna do, after having that button, I'm gonna give a p tag below on that div, and that p tag will contain that let text, which will be by creating an account you agree to Amazon's. I think we created that one before, right? If we see here, and also if we go back to our sign in, I think it will be the same we create. See that same line. So what I'm gonna do, let's go to sign in, and from here let's grab that, you know. So no need to make an extra fold, and as you see, it's not saved yet. If we save, that line is okay, and also we need to create that line. So what we're gonna do, after immediate finishing that line, I'm gonna take those line inside a div, and in the div, in a p tag, already have an account, and if you have the account, inside that I'm gonna give a span tag, which will take us to the sign in page. And let's see if any more design is there, and also there will be an array button, and that array button I'm gonna put inside a span, and let's go arrow right. So if you see, now we need to make that one as this one. So for that, in the top of div, we're gonna attach letter. Let's get here, class name, it will be text access, and the text will be block. And for that span tag, I'm gonna just go and grab some predefined class name, which will be that sign in. I believe so, in the sign in, yeah. So you can go through that class name, it will just be fine. So now if you come over here, as you see, if you just click, because it's group over here, so it's working just fine. And also after that, I'm gonna take another p tag, and this p tag will continue buying for work, and I think yeah, buying for work, create a business account. So after inside that p tag, let's take another span tag and create a free business account. So also the same way, I think the similar class name will go there. So let's give a class name, it will be text access, and the text will be block, block, and will be empty of 2, because it will looks very much downwards. So now see, it's a little bit similar of the text. And also for that span tag we created over here, oops, that span tag, I'm gonna give that a similar class name up the top. As you see, that looks better. So now we have that portion, and it looks fine. And the similar way, we just need to create that portion. So what I'm gonna do, instead of pulling all over that, after the div, after the form, and a form, when the div is finished over there, the things we have been created beforehand, see that. So I'm gonna just copy that div, and in here I'm gonna paste it because it's the same line and same setup, and you will see that is working just fine and it's the same way of that one. Okay, so now also we need to create the link for that, like head over to sign in. Already have an account, and that sign in, it will take only from the span tag. So I'm gonna go, and in that span tag I'm gonna pull out the link, and that link will give us towards to the sign in page. Sign in. So now if you have an account, you can go sign in. If you want to create an account, so you can come over here. Now what is going on here, whenever you're clicking in that error is coming, and you see whenever you are typing, errors disappear, right? But whenever there is again that error, you click, the error will show up, that invalid email. So that error field will create. And also whenever everything is right, then that should be like the field should be also be gone. Okay, so those things we need to create. To create that, we need to create the handler function, because that email will be similar of that. It's only 2 in the sign in. So we'll make it in the create account. So first of all, in here, I think we are in the registration page. Yeah, in that registration where the continue button is there, we're gonna create an on-click function. Remember, we blocked it before. So we're gonna create a function over here, and it will be like handle registration. Let's take that function, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna create that function on the top to track all the things is happening in our file. Okay, so for that one, let's go in the top of our page. In here I'm gonna do that const handle and we're gonna create inside it as a function. First of all, let's take the e, and initially I'm gonna make it default. So whatever the default functionality is there, it gonna just remove that one by default, and after that it will start working. So okay, so now what I need, some piece of state. Okay, I need to save that password. I need to save that wherever I'm typing that one, I need to save that in a state. So that one I need to create. So first of all, do one thing. What I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna take those, like here in the topper label, like in a const, like you cannot put the name as directly, it's not looks good. So I will put a client name, and then it will be set client name, and then I'm gonna use the use state, and initially it will be empty. So in that way I'm gonna create 4 pieces of state, and which will contain our client name, email, password, and that confirm password. Okay, so that's 3 things I'm gonna take. And also for that, like I need to hold it whenever I am clicking that button. I need to see the value of that each and individual field in input field. Like if I need to make on change, and in the on change, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna predefine a function handle name, because as you see, whenever you are typing in here, like you click, whenever you are typing, I need to get that value, I need to get that event, because with that event the error will go. But without that, if you just simply make it e.target.value in the same on change line over here, it will not work. So in that way I will take the handle name, and before that function, just handle function start just a common. So what I'm gonna do, handle name, and I'm gonna create a common function, and that function will take an even value. And what it's gonna do, like set client name. I think this client name should be in capital. Yeah, set client name. So whenever something we written there, it will be make that set client name e.target.value. So it will set the client name on there. Like if we come over here, if we make that console.log the client name, and also if we go over here, open the console. Now if you type it, it will be empty. You type something here and then click it, you get the value. So just go through that, use that configuration in that React, so to understand it better, so that way it will work. And now I need to have some error. Remember, whenever I am clicking, if its value is empty, it's showing the error. So I need to create that error functionality for that one also. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab my error messages, like it will be error message start. So that will be my error message. So whenever this error message need to be set up on it, like the error client name, set error client name, and error email. So this is my error email. So how I'm gonna fix it? First of all, in here I'm gonna put a condition, right? And in that condition, what I'm gonna say, if that if in the field like there is no client name, what it gonna do, it gonna set error client name, because we keep a field which will take the set error client name. So it gonna go and make that set error client name, and it will be enter your name. So it will give us an error. Okay, so if, and also what we gonna do, we need to show that error somewhere, right? And where we want to show that error, we want to show that error just below that input field, right? So now if we come over here, that is our input field, and here we will write a condition, and that condition will be error client name, if that is available, and okay, if only that error client name is available, what it gonna return a p tag, okay, and that p tag will contain that error client name, okay. And also that for p tag, it will be, I'm gonna just go and grab some class name for it, just to make it looks little bit passionate. I'm gonna give a text rate of 600, a smaller text, font bold, and also as you see, so let's just save it. Let's see after that what's happening. If we go over here without typing anything, if we click, you see that error is here, but there is another thing, that I or exclamation mark is there, so we need to create that one also. So before that error client name, I'm gonna give a span tag, I'm gonna give that exclamation mark, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make it italic, and font will be the title font, and also I'm gonna make font as extra bold, and the text will be base text. So if we go over here, now you see we have that, but whenever we are typing, that error is not going. Remember, whenever we type, the error should be gone. So how are we gonna fix that? Remember, we have a handler function, so that here whenever we're gonna type, it's gonna targeting that value. So whenever we are typing on that field, we need to set that our set error client name should be empty. Whenever we are typing on here, just refresh it, we are getting that error, but whenever we are typing, that error is gone. So with that confidentiality, we're gonna create that all other error. So what I'm gonna do in here, on the field of our, like the email, in here of that, I'm gonna make an onChange function, and it will be handle email, and also here another onChange handle password, and here onChange it will be handle c password, the confirm password. Yeah, I save it, the error will come because there's three things we need to make the setup. So first of all, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create that for a piece of state over here, like after that handle function is going on. submit button is stored here. So now we have the handle name. We will also make handle email. In that handle email, the same way. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just go and grab some of that. What I'm doing, set email should be target and value, and also after that the set error email will be false, and after that it will be const we're gonna make handle password, and in that password also it will take an event, and what it gonna do, it gonna keep that on that value, and whenever there is a value, the set error password will be empty. And now another one will be const handle, it will be c password. Again, that functional value will take an event, and now what it gonna do, it gonna do the similar things which we have been done for other things. So now we have that handler function. We can get all over the values we are targeting. So it's time to put our function in a different level. So we have one function over here. Now we need to create another function, right? And then it will be if there is no email, what it gonna do? If there is no email, it gonna set an error function which will tell us that enter your email, and also another piece of function, and that one will be if there is no password, what it gonna do? It gonna make the same possibilities, gonna make it that set password should be like that, and there is another piece of state else, and we will make another condition like if the password dot length, if it's bigger than, like smaller than 6, then what it will say, it gonna rejoin that set error password, like set error password. In that same field, it gonna pass a message which will contain that password must be in 6 characters. So that will be our error password. And after that, if all over the if, when we done over here, we will take another condition, and that one, like if there is no I think we are in a no confirm password, what it gonna do, it gonna also contain that set error c password name. Remember, we take another the set error c password confirm password, it gonna take the same name. And if there is no no text in that confirm password, that will take, but there will be another condition, and then if that c password, the confirm password, is not equal to the password we have been given, it gonna take the same set error c password, and it gonna pass that message that password not match. So those are the password we gonna fix. And also so let's just go and back see what is happening. So we put an error over here which will show us the client name, the name password, but the same way below that email, we're gonna also make a error email. If there is an error email, it's gonna show the error email message. And also in the password, we need to copy that same one. Let's copy it in here. Like if there is a password problem, error password problem, it will be error password, then it will show us error password, the message which contain the error password. And here what it gonna do, if there is a error c password, it gonna contain error c password. So now let's go to our file, let's just refresh it, just click over here. You see those things are working. Like I put my name, it's gone, email is gone, 1 2 3 4, you don't, okay, like 1 2 3 4 5 6, the error message is not showing. Remember, once we click, if like 1 2 3 4, if it's below 6 there should be an error, right? So those things is not, one is not working. Let's go back to our code. Let's see where we made the mistake. Else if see, we made the set error C password, it will be just set error password. So those are the things we made. So if we click, now see, password must be at least 6 characters. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. And now confirm password, if we put different, it's not match. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 is match. I think it's not match. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Come on, 1 2 3 6 should match. Okay, we need to I think we didn't remove that password once we are giving that error C password, error password. Okay, password not match. Okay, there is a little bit complication with that. So if the password, I think we should remove that one because it's a password. So if it's match, okay, now it's gone because we create that. If not, it should be if there is error C, there is the confirm password and password not match, only then it gonna show us that one. Okay, so now that is fine, we have that, but there is another issue. Whenever everything is right, we want to see that value in the console, right? And we need to empty all the field because later on this all over the information we need to send in the database. But there is one little problem. See, the name is okay, but this is not an email, so we need to validate our email, right? Otherwise anybody will put any email and it will not be fine. Okay, so what we're gonna do in our code, we're gonna create a function which gonna revalidate whatever the password is we are given. So let's go email validation start. So now in that email validation, how we gonna create that one? Okay, we're gonna create a function. It will be const email validation, and that function will take a parameter. It will take the email we are giving, we are setting. Remember, we set that email in a state, so it will take a parameter as that email, and then it gonna create that function, and which will return a string, a value of a string, and that string will contain our email. And whatever the email we are giving, by default we are taking it a lowercase, right? But whatever value we are giving, even you put some uppercase or something, by default here is lower, but it could be upper, so it will make that email to lowercase. And then after making that to lowercase, it gonna match with the regex. So what is regex? You can go and find in search in internet. So that regex gonna, I'll just pop up the regex I have here for that. It gonna match with that regex, that if it contains those at the rate of dot or some other character is there or not, it gonna go through and check our email to make it validate. Okay, so now we have our validation progress is ready, so we're gonna keep it in here. So whenever there is an email, like there is no email, it will be the error, and after that it will take another parameter, and in that parameter it will just say if that email validation is not there, like the email is not validated. Okay, what it gonna do, it gonna same put that set error email, and it will make a like enter a valid email. So now here's the tricky thing. We are coming over here, you click, see, it's not working. Now I put my name. Why is not taking the bigger letter? Okay, no, that we made another thing. I think input, it will not be lowercase for the name. Okay, and also for the password it will not be lowercase. I think we just make a mistake which we take from previous setup. Password also it will not be the lowercase, so it will not force you to make the lowercase. So let's put my name, also Noor, just create, see, enter a valid email, and I put a valid email. Okay, now the password 12345. Now enter 6 characters, put the 6 is gone, 124 is gone, coming 56. I think 12345 6. Okay, now we need to make a condition also here, because first we want to show that here, but when the error is coming it will not be shown. Okay, that's the simple things, you can do it. Okay, I'm not gonna show you how to do it. You just need to put a condition. Whenever there will be an error, that should go. If there is no error, that should come, stay here, because people are giving that 6 characters, after that they are coming here. So now what we need to do, after clicking, we need to empty all the field, and we want to see our all the values in the console, so that we can send that value to our database to create our new account. Okay, and to do that, in here, when all the condition is filled up, everything is done, I'm gonna put another one condition by which it gonna be give us all the validation. Okay, and that condition, like if the client name is there, okay, and also email is there, and client name, email, the email validation which is validating our email is there, like all over the value need to be there, and the password is there. Oh, sorry, where I made the mistake. The password is there. Okay, come on. Okay, I made it too, sorry. If error, it should be here. Okay, and password, also the password is there, and then the password dot length also is equal or bigger than or equal to 6. And after that, like we have the C password, and also C password is equal to password. If this all condition is okay, then what we want to do, I want to make a console dot log, and which will contain the client name, email, password, C password, and also I think there is some mistake is happening, like C password is not there, it will be capital, that's why it's not there. And also I want to make empty all the field. So what I'm gonna do, set client name, it will be empty, set email, it will be empty, set password, it will be empty, set C password, it will be also empty. So all the available value will be empty, and also we'll see the value in our console. So let's check again. Let's type it as HA, and if we click looking for the error message, we give an email, need to give a valid email, gmail.com 1234. I think it will find, so no need to cross check every time. So now if we click, we are still not seeing the things we are desiring, and I think we may be missing something. Okay, let's click again. No error is there, nothing is there. So why it should not work? If the client name okay, if the password okay. Oh, I sorry, it should be the client name, not the error client name. I think that is the mistake only. It's possibly that is the only mistake. If we click, yeah, so we are seeing that value. Okay, like my name is there, email is there, password, confirm password. The value is not entering. See, value is gone, but the field is not empty. It's because I think again maybe there is some complication where we made that mistake. Because we want to remove that field, that set client name and others. Set client name, set email, set password, set C password. Okay, just for purpose, just copy it, click again. Okay, we're getting the value, but the field is not getting empty, and I think there should not be that complication. Like whenever we have that value, it's gonna remove that thing, you know. Okay, set client name, and also the enter last of the set error password. So let's refresh and try one more. Okay, we are getting the value, but the field we are targeting is not giving us the emptied. If we go back to our previous example, like here, okay, that is giving, it's removing the things. So that should also work. When we click, see the value, there is no value actually, the value is emptied already. But why the field? Because we are making that empty, but it's not getting empty. Why? Remove the console. Let's see. No, it's not the problem with the console. I think we have some condition, and that condition is working just fine. Okay, we are I think the problem where it happened, it might be in a okay. What if that our effective if we just can like whenever I think yeah. Okay, if no, that should be fine, that should work. You just try in your way. I think it should fine. So before that, to go with that one, not let it stack on here, let's go to our sign in page. We're gonna create that same redefined functionality. So let's go to our, I think where is our button, over here, and here we're gonna just make handle sign in, and also we're gonna create that function on the top. Handle sign in or handle login sounds better, you know. Login. So let's see here if it's work or not. Const handle login, it will take an event, that event like e dot event default. So let's go back here, because here everything working, we're getting the value, but it's not emptying that one. We will see that later on. See, it's everything working just fine. So now that sign in, we will also create the same way that to okay, it's my bad, because I think I remember that one. Whenever we want to make the empty the value, because it should be in the value, right? But we didn't set up any value in the input field. Like if we keep the value, because it need to fetch the value. like if we keep the value as a client name, and also for that we need to keep the value as an email, and also in the password here we need to keep the value as a password, and then here it will be the confirm password. The value will be the I think the C password. So now it will work. So now it will make that value as an empty value. So before it's not grabbing that value, that's why it's having the issue. It's my bad, I just forgot that one. So now just refresh, that error will just go. Now if I make, I'm not going to show all the error because it's working fine. So if we click now, oh sorry, password not match, let's see, 67, see, now is all the value is empty and we are getting our desired thing. Okay, so that same way it's gonna work, so that's fine. It was just I forget that one. So let's go to our sign in page, and also we're gonna create that same piece of state. So in our sign in, and I think here only we have two, which will be okay, let's go and keep the value beforehand. That will be our for the handle email, and another one will be our for the handle password. So let's go and grab for handle password, and also we need to create those piece of statement at the top which will contain our email and password. That would be our state, and we need to get it from the use state, and also we need to get the error messages which we need to make the setup. So also let's set that error messages, and also we need to just pass that to value which will remember we need to get that handler. So let's make const handle email, and that which will take a parameter of an event. And here what we need to do, we need to just make and set that email here, and other which will be the error email will be the remove. The same setup with the sign up. Handle password also it will take a parameter of event. Now if we go here, we will put the same setup over here. I'm not going to explain it again and again because it will be the same as it is. So now here we need to make that a condition, like if there is an email, if there is no password, like because we don't need to check how many characters is there, okay, 6 or not, we don't need that one. So if there is an email, and the error message will be set, and if no password, the error message will be set. So now here in the I think it will be first one, it will be in the email, we need to pop up our error messages. Like if there is that email error, like if we have the email error, what it gonna do, it gonna pop up our email error, and with that design we have, and also it gonna pop up with that error password. If there is that error password is there, that will be pop up that one here. So now if we go over here, we click, we are having that error messages, and we click the error messages. If we type, it's gone. If we 1 2 3 4 5, it's like any password, it's gone. We need to match. Now we need to go through our database when we will we will create our database for the user authentication. That time we're gonna create all of those things. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, the same pattern, I'm gonna put some condition over here below of it, and that condition will imply with just 2 parameters, like if email and password is there, only then it will fire off. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just make a console.log. It will give us the email and password, and also it will make the set email value will be empty and the set password value will be empty, because we are keeping the value here, so it will work at the first atom for sure. Just make a refresh. put something, because anything, so it will just redirect with your email. So now see, the value is here and everything will be fine. So now that is our this build for our today. And now what we're gonna do in our next build, we will connect that every import to our database. Like if you come over here, if you just make anything, like put one, before I create that one, I think gmail.com 123456. so if you make continue, see, email already in use, so that's why that error is showing up. So let's create another 2@gmail.com. now in our next build, with that we're gonna connect to our database, and also we're gonna create our like the email authentic, like validation email and everything. So now if we just pass, like I'm not verified the email, so there will be some complication to access some kind of data, but I can still open my account, or I can stop it to open. So if we sign in, it will just take us there and it will pop up with our name and everything will be here. So in our next build, we're gonna create that one, and also we're gonna create our payment authentication, and everything will finish by our next build. Okay, so see you in the next video.